Avita Zine. Terrell. We are live.
Morning, everybody. How are you? Chris Denman, Travis Terrell. It's We Are live from Midcoast Studio in Grand Center in St. Louis. That's right. Excited to be here. Midcoast.media for more information. Be sure to check out the Midcoast YouTube channel. That's been rocking. Gardner, Travis, Beth, the gang's been working hard on it. You need to check it out. Let's get those subscribers up over 2.5. That would be nice. There's a lot of great clips from our past guests on there. And we're streaming live on YouTube every morning now. So if you prefer that app, you want to watch us on your big screen while you act like you're doing a conference call from the house, then I'm into that. Travis, we're joined in studio by the Stream Queen.
Oh,
the
yes.
silver-haired goddess herself,
Hello.
Aunt Chris Gardner. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, gentlemen. What are you waiting for?
Nothing. I was figuring you had
Nothing
something
at all.
else
Okay.
to
Good morning,
do.
Walnuts.
There it is. Put the nuts
There
on
it
the
is.
wall.
Chris
Nuts
did
on the
it
wall.
briefly.
Chris, can you please?
I already did it.
He
All
did
right,
it.
Please.
He did it
Okay.
briefly, very briefly. I was looking up Avita Singh.
Oh, it's my German this morning.
Yeah, it looks like it means goodbye.
Oh. Oh, I don't know. What are you guys doing?
You out of here?
We're clearly on YouTube. We're clearly worldwide. What are you guys doing to reach out to our international
Yeah,
listeners?
this is our fault.
Yeah. I'm sorry that I'm trilingual.
What's your other?
I'm trying. You can catch me at Sophie's this Thursday. I will probably be at the bar having a drink
Will you?
at the happiest hour. Here in the Dot Zack building. This Thursday, come out and support Sophie's Midcoast Media Comedy Series, of course. There are going to be some great local comics. There's going to be someone headlining. There's going to be someone doing probably about 5 minutes.
Oh.
There's going to be laughter.
Uh huh.
There are going to be people in the audience.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bartender.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's going to be a good time.
Okay.
Check out Happiest Hour. And if you're unable to make that, maybe you're hungry, why don't you head on down to Gastro Pit and maybe catch you some comedy as well.
Some brisket that you can just let sit on the tongue.
Go ahead and drive all over to the hill. I think the Kings Highway Bridge is still fixed.
Still fixed.
Still fixed.
Yes.
Still fixed?
Still fixed.
Still fixed?
Is the
Are we sure?
phrasing we're using.
Yeah, still fixed.
You can
at the moment.
also take the 95 bus from the Central West End down Kings Highway if you need to.
Of course, these are brought to you by these amazing sponsors. Schlafly, the lovely folks at Schlafly. When you're trying to have a beer, go no further than Schlafly. And of course, Jack Daniels. Not Jim, not John, but Jack lives here. Jack Daniels, old number 7.
Man, that was.
You know it's made in a dry county.
Yeah. Is that still the case?
That is the case.
Oh.
Jack Daniels, That's not bad.
You're good at this.
Thank you. Chris, how are you today?
I have an ulcer now.
Sorry, I'm good at that. Excuse me.
Oh.
Sorry, just call me old Black Steve Savard.
Black Steve. What does that mean?
I'm a fancy anchor. Fancy little anchor.
You're a fancy little
I'm
anchor.
a fancy little anchor. I'll anchor your program any day.
Give me a little more.
I'll anchor your program any day.
Say you're a fancy little anchor.
Fancy little anchor.
Yeah.
Fancy anchor.
What's your out cue?
I'm Travis Terrell. Good night. It's not bad, right?
Yeah, this wasn't the best.
Very professional.
You take your papers and
Yeah.
tap them on the.
I'm Travis Terrell. Good night.
I was driving. I left a meeting yesterday, and I was in Soulard, and I ended up coming up Broadway a little bit to get back over here, and I saw Elliot Davis and a camera guy outside of a parking garage,
Oh,
and they
no.
were setting up for a shot, and I just wanted to be like, I wanted to yell to wherever the office is, run! I mean, you talk about the Grim Reaper of media, and not the guy who calls himself the Grim Reaper in media in St. Louis. If you see Elliot Davis come, man, get your life in order. He comes.
I don't
He
know
comes
why.
knocking on this door.
I don't know why people just don't
That's Chris
fight
Denman.
Elliot Davis. Fight him.
Let's not incite violence
I'm
against
not
a
inciting
fellow
violence.
member
Don't
of
roll
the
up on
media.
me. Don't roll up on me like that. You don't know. You don't know the story.
He's there for the people.
No, you ain't there for shit. Don't roll up on me like that, Elliot Davis. I don't care how many cameramen you bring.
I think
with you.
maybe,
Don't roll up
maybe
on me
keep
like
his
that.
name out your mouth.
No, keep his name out of my mouth. You shouldn't be
Well,
looking me up.
I don't think he will. And maybe you shouldn't entice people like him to start chipping away at anything.
Elliot Davis just needs to stop picking fights.
I don't think he's picking fights. I think he's a man of the people.
You paid for it, man. Shut up.
That's how I drive by and just go, I paid for it. You go, Elliot.
I did. I saw him lurking. He's like a shark, just kind of like nosing around and stuff. Like, can I eat this? Like, what is this?
What would you do if Elliot Davis showed up at the door?
I'd say Travis Terrell's in the back. Let me get him. Oh, you want his real name?
I'm gonna respectfully ask Elliot Davis to please leave the premises. This is a private property, and you are no longer allowed to be on it. If Elliot Davis refuses, I will claim self-defense and I will kick his ass.
Travis gets really confused, and the cops show up.
Look,
and,
that's
and
fine.
don't
Look,
kick a
if
black guy.
Elliot Davis, you're right. If Elliot Davis is showing up, then I'm probably going to jail in 3 to 6 months anyway. So at that point, might as well make a viral video out of it and whoop Elliot Davis' ass. There are going to be a lot of people in St. Louis. There's going to be a lot of money on my books because I'm going to be the guy that kicked Elliot Davis' ass. Because while there are heroes, while there are people who see Elliot Davis as a hero, there are others who think otherwise. And I would imagine I will endear myself to them, and therefore my time in prison, probably about 3 to 5 months, I will be kindly taken care of. I will have 3 square meals. I will lose a lot of weight, and I will have my street cred back.
You going to go to that Steve Stinger prison?
Oh, that'd be nice. That looks delightful, doesn't it?
It's a nice retreat.
I know. Like one of those rehab facilities out in Arizona.
Arizona or Malibu.
Oh, one day. Oh, that's why I want to get into Hollywood.
Passages.
So you can be
Oh, what
famous
does-
enough to need the check-in.
Exactly. I want to be famous enough to
Got
have
an
a
infinity
problem.
pool
And yeah, and say that.
on the beach in Malibu.
How
It's a
can you-
vacation.
You're not rehab there, man. Ugh, feels good already. Ugh, feel like the alcohol leaving my body.
Would be what it was for?
That's what the infinity pool does. It takes the alcohol out of your
Oh, that's what
body.
it does?
Infinitely.
Yeah, for infinity and beyond.
And beyond.
Mm-hmm.
What's beyond infinity?
Oh, got to get sober first.
Oh, you're telling me this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one day, Gardner. You'll get there.
Oh, boy.
Elliot Davis is no man of the people. Mr. Gary is a man of the people.
Mr. Gary is
Yale
definitely a man of
Hollander.
the people.
He's a man of them yo people, too.
No, yo.
Jamie Moyer's Fancy Foyer. Travis is going to enforce stand your ground laws. Yale Hollander.
The irony.
I
The
know.
irony.
Oh, God.
The irony.
Yale Hollander.
Black community doesn't know what to do. Do we protest? I don't know how to handle this one. Ah.
Yale Hollander correcting himself, a man of yo people.
Man, I'm yo people.
Oh, that's true. Hard to argue.
I went to political media training event where they had a whole section on how to deal with Elliot Davis.
Who
Tom
taught
Brown.
this? I'd like to get taught this.
That's amazing.
Who is this person that
What
teaches
is it? Just
this?
somebody that says turn 180 degrees and walk the other way?
Maybe. But maybe that's one option, but maybe they go through different situations where, hey, are you able to do this or are you not able to do this? Here are your other outlets. Here's what you can do. Like, what if you can't go anywhere? What do you do then?
Get political on him, Elliot. That's a great question. Let me tell you why. You know, in a form of a great question, I think one thing that we as people in the United States of America, specifically Missouri, have to look out for our brothers, sisters, mothers, sons, and everyone else. Was that good?
And then run.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okie doke him and then. All right. Got it.
I get what Elliot Davis is trying to accomplish. Imagine there's probably
I'm
an
so
Elliot
upset
Davis.
I brought this up.
No, I know. I'm very because I would think there's an Elliot Davis in every city. I'm sure Kansas City has their version. Chicago, other cities. I don't know about Chicago. I don't know who the guy who's going around Chicago neighborhoods trying to ask people for their money. But I would imagine though there's probably an Elliot Davis.
Probably
in
a
every city.
daily.
No doubt. That's probably that's probably the only person who can probably go around those streets without getting shot. But Elliot Davis he represents the generation that somehow have no responsibility whatsoever on the current state of today's culture. They feel like they have no responsibility whatsoever for the current state of
You
this
don't think
country.
he's playing a character?
I don't think he's playing. I think he's bought into a character. I think it's one thing we've learned about St. Louis celebrities is
He
that
went
they
Dice
create
Clay?
this persona and then they actually believe it.
He went Dice Clay.
Oh man, maybe a little bit further than that. He went Rogan. You went
That
Rogan.
That doesn't
Elliot
even,
went
that doesn't
Rogan,
even,
man.
that doesn't even
no,
mean it. Like, you picked the worst.
Chris gets so
The worst. Because it's rooted so deep in your body.
But no, that's my only issue with Elliot Davis. It's your fault. Sure, my generation created the groundwork for the current state of politics and socioeconomic discrepancies in this country, but
Hey, that one more time.
Yep.
nope.
Try that again.
Socioeconomical discrepancies in this country.
In this country.
Say it fast.
No, socioeconomic discrepancies in this
Oh,
country.
you're close.
Oh my God, I feel like I got to my liver there.
Did you get a cramp?
I did. It hurt.
What would happen? This is from our YouTube comments. What would happen?
Read the comment, man.
I
Damn.
can't read it.
Damn, ain't that funny?
First of all, for somebody who just struggled through the 3 very simple sentences,
You got sentences in front of you. You have the words in front of you. Just read the words.
I think,
said the
I think,
same thing.
I think maybe
Just words. The words are in front of you.
your sentence is literally in your head and you can't.
You
get it
laugh at the joke before we even hear the joke. Let's hear the joke.
out. Who knows it's a joke? Maybe I just want to stammer.
Oh, you're laughing. You think it's funny. Let's hear it.
Let's see if we can break the meter on Travis's anxiety this morning.
No!
What would happen if you played gay chicken with Elliot Davis when he tried to do a report on you? Answer the question.
I would.
How's it feel? Damn it. How's it feel?
Damn it. That's good. Damn it.
That is good.
That was good. I wasn't expecting that.
Did you scratch the table?
Oh, gross.
Do you think Becky
I will
really
not
wrote
play
on-
gay chicken with Elliot Davis. He's not my type.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, like a more of a hardy man? You a little wispy for
I ain't
you?
kissing no other man that got less hair than me.
You're a hair man.
I'm a hair.
That's the
Yeah,
whole thing.
Come here, Travis.
what do I talk about every time
That's
I
the
come in
whole
here? I
thing.
compliment you guys on your amazing hair. By the way, you guys look
You've been
amazing
flirting
today.
with us for years? That's
Look,
strange.
you guys have beautiful hair. You look great this morning, by the way.
What's going on?
Eight,
Gardner.
8 to 10?
Gardner,
8 to 10 pounds?
Gardner, what's going on?
Gardner, doesn't
I thought he
Chris
was
look a
going
little
for
bit
mic
of...
grab.
I have a computer in front of me.
I'm
I
just,
can't.
hold on.
You don't need to drink it in.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at my boy.
Good.
Look at my boy. I know. My boy getting right.
Jack-
My boy
no
getting
getting-
right.
Jacket fits
It's
nice.
getting
I
right.
know. Look at it. It's almost hanging off of him now.
It is funny when you have lost a little weight in the winter before you were wearing the same clothes, but because they were dark, they form fitted you. And then now it's like, oh, this is how it's supposed to fit.
That is so funny, especially with button-ups.
And you
You're just
think-
like, oh,
I saw a clip
it
of
actually comes around my waist. That's
yeah,
good
and
for
then
me.
the sport jacket that's the obvious, like, oh, I look nice even though I'm a fat fuck. Then you look back at pictures and stuff, and you're like, that didn't necessarily fit.
Yeah.
That's-
Oh, I leave it.
it's
Leave
hard
it
to-
unbuttoned because I like the casual look.
never mind this protruding tarp hanging out of my
Why is your
midsection.
button-up shirt untucked? I like the casual look. Okay.
How you feeling though? You've lost how much have you lost?
Nothing recently.
Okay.
About to
You
lose
look
lose a-
good.
Lose a co-host here.
I'm gonna say you guys look good.
Do you think Becky really rode on magic carpets? This is from 95.0 on the YouTube. Answer the question.
Becky wrote those carpets, if you know what I mean.
Lisa giving away our location in the Dot Zach building for Elliot Davis. Damn it, Lisa.
What if Elliot Davis confronted Becky about not flying on carpets?
Right, like, sources tell me that's a green screen, if you can see here. And she's like, yeah.
Wait, I just thought
Yes,
Well,
about.
who
I'm
paid
not
for it? Well,
actually-
I did. I paid for the
it was an
advertising.
advertising deal.
By the
Oh.
way, the biggest political corruption story of the year, Elliot Davis was not at the front and center for it. When it came to Steve Stenger, he didn't break that. He didn't break that down. Where was Elliot Davis when Steve Stenger was doing this shit?
You know what? That's a good point,
Yeah,
Travis.
that Mr. Elliot
Because
Davis going around upper bothering other
needed-
people. How about you pay attention to real people?
I needed one person to tell me what fucking games, video
Okay.
games he was playing,
true.
and no one could tell me.
It seems like the
It's
biggest.
in a letter.
Talk about it. You paid for it. Hey, we all pay for that shit. And where was Elliot Davis? Some Avenger he is.
I don't think he's ever claimed that.
I thought he said he was an Avenger.
Did he? Did you?
He goes around like he's one. You ain't Tony Stark. You ain't T'Challa.
He's going to show
I'm
up.
Team Killmonger.
Okay. He's going to show up and be like, that's just an act. Let's take our jackets off, go out back.
I'll whoop Elliot Davis' ass.
Okay.
I'll whoop Elliot Davis. Don't even play with me like that. If Elliot Davis ever stepped to me like that, I'll whoop Elliot Davis' ass.
Be funny if you found out he was a former professional boxer or something.
I'll take my chances.
How would you find that
Elliot
out?
Davis
With a
better-
right cross to your jaw?
Yep, Elliot Davis better knock me out. Elliot Davis better knock me out.
Elliot Davis better knock me out.
Elliot Davis better knock me out because if I'm
Many a
still
business
standing,
owner
it's
has
a
said
wrap.
that.
I'm just saying. There's going to be a lot of GoFundMes for my bail. I know that much.
Leaving the bottom button on a suit unbuttoned was literally created because someone got too fat.
Yes, absolutely. There's no doubt about that in my mind.
why there's-
And it became a look. People are like, well, when you sit down, you unbutton your. No, because your ass is fat. That's why we unbutton it now. But you made it look like that's what you're supposed to do when you sit down.
Other big man moves.
As far as clothing is concerned,
I mean,
What's-
the Hawaiian shirt's been a godsend. I'll say that much.
oh man, I thank God every day for the hoodie.
Ah, the hoodie.
The hoodie
Yeah.
is hoodie.
If
Look,
you go hoodie jacket combo, then you're really
Man.
like, oh, you look warm.
there you go.
Not you look very unhealthy.
The winter really, it's depressing and cold and miserable. But
It brings everybody down to your level.
yes,
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're not the only one drinking 10% stouts at the bar at 3 p.m.
I had a nice sweater. I wore it this weekend at the Midwestern. I felt hip because it was cold and you could not see how
High your blood pressure was?
snowman-ish
Yeah.
I looked. So yeah,
What do you
I
think
enjoy
of the hoodie with the sport coat look?
So
some
was
can
a
pull it
huge-
off.
was
I
a
can pull
huge-
it off. I'm
Was a huge
Travis.
fan of it, but it does definitely. People be, what are you, an emo? Like they don't. Like that doesn't. It's not even a
A
thing.
friend of mine has done that. He's kind of hipsterish. He was living in L.A. at the time of this event I
Right.
mentioned had occurred. But he was working for G4. Remember
The gaming.
Gaming
the video
company.
game? Yeah, this is
The
a while
British
ago
lady?
too. He was working there when what's her name?
Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn was there.
Never heard of her.
He was working at G4 then, but he came back into town. He met me at the local Watering Hole 34 Club, rest in peace, for some drinks. And so since he was in St. Louis, he had his parents' minivan. And he parked in the back of the bar, and we went out when we were all done drinking, and the van had been stolen. And he was
Aw.
upset, and then he was like, oh, my parents' minivan. And he's like, I tell you. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's your parents' minivan. This sucks. Like, what are we going to do? He's like, well, it's not only that. My favorite sport coat and hoodie were in there, too. Like, he was more upset that they had gotten away with his sport coat and hoodie than the car itself. Like, people that go with that look adore that look.
The greatest mixed martial arts fighter of all time, John Jones, rear-ended a pregnant woman in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Left the scene of the accident,
cars.
ran, jumped a fence, and then realized, oh wait, I should go back. So he went back, grabbed his weed and a thing of pills, and then ran away again. Legend. Legend.
It's like
He's the greatest fighter of all time.
there was
One
a
of Two brothers in the NFL, an unbelievable human on all physical levels.
And then have the nerve.
Reinvented.
And then have the nerve to then invoke Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jesus, this is not my plan. Well, it wasn't in your plan to get popped for a misdemeanor
Mike-
marijuana charge while a pregnant woman lays hurt in a car?
Like, no! You know what?
That's some good kush.
I should go back. I just want to see a sketch where he's just like,
Finally.
I'm better than this. I'm smarter than this. I have to go back. And then he goes back. And
The
he's like,
woman stops crying.
like, oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. He just climbs over the hood of her car, squeezes back into his,
Look out.
grabs the pills and weed. Don't mind me.
That's like
Then just
And you
takes
see the-
off
It's
like
into
Ted
the dark.
Kennedy going back to the scene for his bottle of scotch.
As the girl. Yeah. Oh, terrible.
Oh, I should go back. Oh, it was McCollins 18.
Oh.
The side of the weed baggie says Rogan blend. And that's how you know Travis wrote the sketch.
Yeah, that's weird.
Rogan probably would have had Ted Kennedy on the following week.
There was a guy. I don't know if I've told you guys this one before. I've always liked this story. and it's probably not the best, but but it was in one of my DUI classes,
Oh boy.
and so you had to go around and explain how you got your DUI,
Oh, that sounds horrible.
and everyone in the class
Call
in the
that
room
shaming.
had to do so.
Jesus.
But the guy, one guy, he had the look of a rugged type,
Okay.
and apparently did some construction, and it was the construction site. They were drinking afterwards, and he's like, "I'm hungry," so he hops in a dump truck and tries to go through a White Castle
In a dump truck.
in a dump truck,
Oh no.
and he brought a bottle of whiskey with him.
Oh
for the ride,
no.
and then realized, oh yeah, I can't get through the drive-through with the dump truck.
Yeah.
And the cops were called, and he tried to get away.
Oh,
and led them
no.
for a little while
Oh,
on a
no.
small chase.
But a chase nonetheless.
He was just trying to get the dump truck back to the site.
Oh.
So he got back to the site, but there were like 3 or 4 cop cars that had followed him at this point. So he knew he was screwed, and so he said, this is like a movie, like the way this is described. He's sitting there and he's like, he wasn't gonna get out, but he knew they were coming for him.
Yeah.
So he took the bottle of whiskey and took a swig,
Might as well.
and as he was taking a swig, the butt of a shotgun came through the window and hit him in the face.
Oh.
Just like I'm sitting there, Lizzie's telling this story, and I'm like, oh my God, is there video of this?
And I guess you would.
Because, yeah, but I like that moment where you know it's over, where you know it's done. And to think,
That made that
I
officer.
need this swig, because I know I'm getting it, and
Yeah.
I'm going to get it good. So I need at least one more swig here to get through this, and bam. The way he told it, I was just sitting there
Dramatic.
stunned.
That's pretty dramatic.
Like I need a cigarette right now.
Oh
thinking
wow.
about
Oh wow.
I mean, it's not really saying much for you, Gardner, but
No.
I get the sentiment.
it. Yeah, thank you. It's well stated.
I mean, it's like,
I agree with you.
yeah,
So he knew he was going down.
Yes.
it's like the Cookie Monster. You know, I could really use a cookie right now. Yeah, no shit.
You know who isn't going down
Oh, no.
with the law? Ja Rule.
What do you do? Nothing?
Nothing apparently, according to the courts.
You heard him. He said it in the doc.
Ja Rule legally cleared from Fire Festival lawsuit. His former partner, of course, Billy McFarland, is currently serving a 6-year prison sentence. The disastrous saga known as Fire Festival seems to be finally coming to a close, at least for Ja Rule. A judge has officially cleared the rapper's name in regards to a lawsuit surrounding the ill-fated fest. Interesting. I'm surprised. I thought they would hit him with something.
That's not fraud. I would call that false advertising.
I was certain that would be played in court, and the judge would be like, how much money y'all want? Apparently, of course, for those who haven't seen the documentaries, back in 2017, Ja Rule partnered with Billy McFarland to co-found a wildly luxurious festival in the Bahamas, with the average ticket running between, believe this, Gardner, $4,000 and $12,000, and promises of performances from artists like Good Music, Major Lazer, Blink-182, and Migos. Attendees flocked to the private island. What they found were piles of trash, catered meals consisting of plain bread and cheese,
Yeah.
and news that many artists had canceled their appearances.
I'm sorry. Was it necessary to say plain bread and cheese? Like, if it was rye, would it have been okay? Like,
I think they're-
Marble rye bread.
I think they're implying that $4,000 don't be giving me no damn bunny bread.
oh, they went with the whole grain.
The co-founders, of course, were hit with a $100 million class action lawsuit, of which Ja Rule was initially cleared from back in July. However, McFarland's lawyers argued that the rapper held equal responsibility. Damn! So Billy's people threw him under the bus. They argued that the rapper held equal responsibility and knew the festival would fail. Last week, the judge denied the attempt to bring him back into the mix, concluding that Ja Rule was not privy to the issues that ultimately led to the festival's demise, including McFarland's shady financials. That makes sense. With Ja Rule officially freed from the legal mess, it remains uncertain as to whether the rapper still intends to actually stage another updated Firefest. Though the organizer behind Kabu, Cayman, couldn't have more bluntly advised against it. Meanwhile, McFarland is currently serving a 6-year sentence after pleading guilty to fraud. He's apparently handwriting a memoir currently titled Prometheus. Prometheus? What the hell? Let's read that.
Come on.
Help me with that. What's
Come
that?
here,
What's
buddy.
that one?
Come on. Here, I got you.
What's that word? I don't know what that word is. See, I'm not crazy. Chris doesn't know.
No, it's Prometheus, but
Prometheus?
yeah,
The
Prometheus.
god of fire.
Mhm.
Prometheus. The god of fire. Anyway, no one's going to buy that shit. And we're all going to forget about Billy McFarland here in 6 years.
How
But
is it
Ja Rule,
spelled,
I'm-
Travis.
I'm sorry. I kind of took away the page.
It's not spelled Prometheus. It's PROMYTHUS.
It looked like I'm sorry. Hold on, Gardner. Yeah, it's PROMYTHUS. Prometheus?
I don't know what that is. though.
Prometheus.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
The God of Fire. Anyway. So, yeah, he's writing that book right now. I think at the end of the day, Ja Rule being humiliated was still good enough for me.
Mhm.
But he doesn't have to worry about being sued. Then again, I think if you were suing Ja Rule, and I'm not too sure what you're going to get back on that.
That's not fraud. I would call that false advertising.
I don't know. That is still to this day, that documentary remains one of the best we've seen this year. That is just unbelievable.
seems
what
so
we-
long ago
It does
now,
seem so
doesn't
long.
it?
It feels like a
You
year ago,
just
but it was
said
this
that.
year. It was this year.
I
All
was
that
like, oh,
came out
that's right.
this year. It was. I mean, have you seen it? Of course. Have you seen both of them? Both Fire Festival documentaries?
I've only seen the one.
Incredible.
They're incredibly like you're just watching from afar, and you can't help but wonder why more people did ask questions. But when I think the judge made a good point, no one was really privy to McFarland's financials, and the guy was keeping the company of a person who did have that weight. They had that cash on hand, and so I guess you just assumed that he's gonna figure it out.
Right.
Yuck.
No. No.
Would you do a fire festival?
Like purposely try to replicate exactly what they did.
Mm-hmm.
On an island with no infrastructure, with a rich
So
history.
you're
of-
asking me if I would risk
failure?
going to jail to recreate exactly what they did.
Yeah. You love chaos.
It's a fair question.
Think about it. You love chaos.
I won't say no.
Okay. There we
Okay.
go. There.
There it is. Garner, did you happen to see my email I sent you?
I did.
We have a new legend in St. Louis.
Oh,
Travis.
yeah? I
We
love
do.
legends.
He's a blues legend, and he's pictured with Jordan Bennington.
Blues guitar?
No, St. Louis Blues National
Oh.
Hockey League team. We have a new legend in St. Louis, and he's pictured here with Jordan Bennington of the St. Louis Blues.
Who is this individual?
He's my new hero. This young man attended his first NHL hockey game the other night. Jordan Bennington tweeted this out. Travis, why do you think? Give me a guess. Why you think he got to attend his first professional hockey game?
I would imagine he rescued someone. He saved a life.
No, I'll give you. You want to do one more guess?
He added Bennington on Twitter, and Bennington said, "Come on down to the old ice park."
Close.
Ice Park. I like
He kind of did that, but he did it in person.
Okay, how did this happen?
Well, let's go live to Highway 40 during
Excuse me?
rush hour.
This guy.
In traffic, bro. Hey, right on, bro. You should deserve MVP. Fucking God. Hey, you the guy.
So,
that guy.
Middle
So
of
he invited
rush hour.
that guy. Nice.
Middle of rush hour. This guy sees Jordan Bennington in his car, gets out, puts his car in park, goes up and takes a selfie video,
Love it.
which Jordan Bennington played along with because he
Love
was
it.
scared out of his mind.
Probably. But Jordan Bennington.
That is good play. A, you're famous. B, you can't go anywhere. Travis Gardner, we've all been approaching our vehicles in way less busy traffic and way more escapable situations.
Very true.
And we're not famous. Can you imagine what he was thinking? He's like, okay, what do we got here? Kept his window down, had a good time.
Depends on what you're doing though and where you are.
Would be hilarious.
Like I don't like when I'm in White Castle drive-through and someone comes up looking for money and they come up on the driver's
That
side.
is not fair.
It scares
That's well played.
scares
it
the
scares
shit
the shit out
out
of
of
me
me.
every time because you're not expecting that. You're not like nothing trains your mind that a human being's gonna walk up alongside the driver's
I'm
side
right by the window.
in the drive-through.
There it is,
Right
there
by
it is.
nobody expects that.
Texting, you're checking your.
Oh God, that's
Like-
horrible.
Like that scares me.
But one thing I do love about this, and what I've enjoyed about the Blues, even before the Stanley Cup run, is that, and maybe it's their Canadian or maybe their European upbringing, because they haven't been too Americanized. Because if that was an American athlete, they'd be like, hey, they would have rolled the windows up because, we're Americanized. Whereas Jordan Bennington's thinking,
I don't know what you mean.
everyone is delightful, everyone's sweet, everyone's cool, everyone's in spirit. So that's why he was good for him for
I don't
playing
know if
along.
Americanized is.
Maybe that's not the.
I don't know if that's. I think this is more Travisized. This might be your perspective if you were a professional athlete.
You're telling me that as if you were a professional athlete and that gentleman pulled up to your car, what would have been your reaction?
Look him in the eye and get big.
Is it a bear?
Is that not what you?
That's what you're supposed
do?
to do when you feel threatened. Chris is right. He's correct. Get big. No, that's too much. I can't mess with that. but yeah, that's really cool.
No, he played.
if
He
I'm-
was game
look,
for it.
And that's got to be a great feeling to win the Stanley Cup. And
He
that's
said
what
he was
happened.
on a ramp, right, to
That-
I-64.
That means he was on the
so
40.
if somebody comes to
turn.
me on a ramp, and I've been there before, sorry, I don't have cash. I mean, that might be my
immediately
response.
comes out of your thing.
Well, yeah,
the guy's
because
obviously
normally if you're on a
smiling.
ramp, go to Kings Highway and 40.
Yeah.
I've seen them fight over corners there.
Yeah, they do.
So, like,
Gardner's correct.
my assumption would be if I'm on a ramp and someone's coming at my window, that is what's happening.
Yeah.
But that might be me being cityized.
There it is.
Urbanized.
Travis?
Yeah.
Oh, that's been used already.
Fancy Foyer asks us how Rasheed Wallace would respond. Imagine if you did that to Rasheed Wallace.
She Rollins would have ran him over with their truck.
Got a technical.
Definitely somebody getting punched in the face.
I've met the man since, but as teenagers, definitely like drove by Jim Edmonds one time, and we were like, waved, and he just gassed it.
That's funny.
Wasn't you? I mean, you feel like you're getting followed
But that's
by.
because Jim Edmonds is Americanized.
I once asked
Yeah,
Marshall
the
Falk
Canadian
if he
niceness.
was going to screw this girl that was in a bar we were both in.
Okay.
And then he said, I only have sex with girls from Long Beach. And I said, you're full of shit.
That's a great line, though.
Did he laugh?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, well, I remember hearing
I was drunk when I was asking
alleged
him.
tales of ladies from West County that
Yeah,
may
this-
have been near my
Yeah,
age at the time.
it was bullshit, obviously.
Shout out to Jordan.
This is when Laclede Street Bar and Grill was around by
Park-
the SLU campus.
The Parkway West class of 02 begs to differ.
Yeah, let's calm down, fella. He's a dick anyway.
Is he?
Uh, Shout out, though, to Jordan Bennington. Big win last night for the Blues, stopping their 3-game losing streak against old Patty Maroon and the Tampa Bay Lightning. St. Louis Blues win 3-2-1.
They gave Maroon his Stanley
breakdown.
Cup ring in a ceremony, I believe. Are you the jerk on the plane ride back after you lose? Like, why is everybody so down? Oh, not bad. You're carrying a thing of Emo's pizza. You're like, all right, St. Louis, get out of here.
I did get a chance to check out the ceremony. That's something I have to check out perhaps during the break. But, yeah,
I saw the video that they
really neat,
showed.
nice
It was
tribute.
nice. It was very nice.
All right, good for him. Good ovation, I would imagine, for the old local
It
kids.
seemed that way.
Okay, very good. So they got what they wanted. Good. Got to see old Patty Maroon get his ring, and the Blues
Mm-hmm.
going to win. Blues, I think, remain one of the, I think the best in the West. They've had
Top
the
spot
best-
in their division.
yeah,
Yeah.
top spot in the. I think the top spot in the entire Western
I
Conference.
just like listening to you break it down.
Yeah.
I like to break it down from time to time.
I know.
I like I like the ice pitch. I'm part of the Black and Blues.
Called it the ice park earlier.
The
I
ice-
like ice park.
Ice Park is.
I like ice pitch too. You're doing well today.
Alright.
Hey, I got a question.
What
for
if we
you.
call it the slick pitch?
Slick pitch.
That's even more cool, right?
The frozen something. We need to come. Yeah, that's not good.
Should bring a little stronger next
Yeah,
time.
I agree. What the hell was that, Gardner?
Speaking of strong,
Hey, just start talking.
Speaking of strong, St. Louis Counseling Services brings you strength. stlouiscounseling.org. Check out the podcast, Mental Health Matters. That's there. Also, their services are available to you and yours throughout the St. Louis area since 1955. If you run a school, it's a business, individual, it can all be helped. That's right. St. Louis Counseling online at stlouiscounseling.org for more information.
I have a question for Travis, just because I was skimming Twitter earlier this morning, and I guess the Grammy nominations are out, and I saw for rap, for artist, I guess.
Okay.
I did not recognize a name.
Let me
Think I
see.
give a damn about a Grammy?
Let's see. Grammy nominate, and this was for album of the year, or do you know what the category was?
Might have been artist. Oh, it was album. I think it was album. It was
All
album.
right. Well, that's Bad Boy. Let's.
Because I saw Meek Mill on it. Is it Savage 21?
It's 21 Savage.
21 Savage. We're getting
Oh, I
there.
know.
You got best rap album.
Okay,
Look, you're
Boomer.
there. Okay, so you have Revenge of the Dreamers 3, Dreamville. That's an assortment of rappers. Championships. That is Meek Mill. You know Meek Mill,
Yeah.
just from what you've read, I would imagine, in the paper over the last few months.
Philadelphia.
Yes, and of course his relationship with Robert Kraft,
Uh-huh.
the owners of the New England Patriots. I Was 21 Savage. You remember 21 Savage story earlier this year, where we discovered that he was raised in Atlanta, but he was actually from overseas. He's actually
Is
he's
this
a
the
Brit.
guy that got
That ICE kind of hemmed him up, tried to
Yeah.
hem him up, and yeah. And he got some help from Jay-Z and a few other people in the community, and he got that taken care of. But yeah, we discovered this year that he is a Brit. So that's 21 Savage. Igor, Tyler, the Creator. I'm
Okay,
not-
I saw that one.
And the Lost Boy, YBN Cordae.
That's the one I don't know.
YBN Cordae, though, is actually kind of, I think you would actually like his music. He's not your... it's not your traditional rapper. He's kind of got a little bit more melody, more soul to it.
What's up with the appropriation of cock vampire culture?
I don't know. I think we kind of have embraced that recently. I think you can. Is it appropriation? Probably, but we make it look better, so that's okay.
Our new friends from Oversaturated the podcast were in here Monday night, and Ralph, one of the fellas on there, it's Ralph and Johnny. Long story short, Ralph was saying he's the first time he was ever scared of a vampire was we saw a vampire in Brooklyn because white vampires didn't scare him when he was a kid. I was like, and he's like, representation matters.
Yeah, it was relatable.
It was like this pasty guy with teeth, and then as soon as a brother, he was like, oh no.
Lil Nas X looks like he was nominated as well.
For rap album?
He was nominated for Best Rap Performance.
Okay.
Good
Oh,
for him.
hip hop community acknowledged a gay black man, huh?
Well, the Grammys did at least.
Good clarification.
Just to be very clear.
Yep.
Who actually acknowledged that? Yeah, but I got to check out these nominations. I knew they took place this morning, but they happened too early for me. And
YBN Cordae?
yeah, you would like him actually.
Okay.
I might play some in the office later this
That's
morning.
good. No, I didn't know who that was, and I'm like, well, let me ask Travis.
And I have to say, I haven't listened to a ton of rap albums this year, but I did listen to his, and I say that that's an worthy nomination. It's a very good album.
How are you guys on finding new music? Do you do that, or do you just? I think people are better about new
depends.
music because we all listen to algorithm-based playlists a lot. If you just do like a radio
Yeah.
with a thing, so you'll buy just because of the tech you use to listen to music, you get new music.
oh,
but
who is this?
I don't know if anybody in here does. Anybody in here listen to terrestrial radio other than talk?
Like with the sometimes
do you
I'll
ever
listen
turn
to
on,
it, like just listen to the radio. Sometimes I do
new,
that
for new music.
I do that for new music. I try to, but it's usually not because it's songs that
I can't do it for new
it's
music.
the same 6 to 7 songs. So then you're like, okay, this isn't new anymore. But I try to.
I'll do it for oldies or like old stuff.
Okay.
I'll turn it on like an old station that like just play like I don't know, wedding hits basically.
But I've gotten my new music recently through friends. Like I'm always getting the friends. It'd be either Chris or other people I know. They'll be playing something, or they'll mention them, and I'll go
Sturgill
listen
Simpson?
to a Sturgill. Yeah, I jumped on Sturgill because of Chris.
because he made an anime movie with his new album. Yes. Travis like, you guys heard of this Sturgill?
But no, I love discovering new music. Like that's my favorite thing in the world right now. And I discovered a new. I didn't discover her myself, but
Just
I
say it
had
like
some.
that.
I went to a friend's party and they had this artist playing, and now I'm a huge fan of this particular artist. So I love finding new music, especially when my friends have really good taste in music, so I trust them.
Who's the artist?
Snow Allegra, lovely R&B artist. She is Swedish and Iranian. 32, very beautiful voice. But
Snow Allegra.
Snow Allegra, yeah, I know. And I just
sounds
became
intriguing.
hip to her, and she's I don't know how you feel about soul R&B, a little bit of pop, but
I think you're selling yourself short if you don't think there's a time and a place for certain music.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, give it a chance.
No doubt.
And maybe you need different ambiance.
Absolutely.
You don't, you don't always have to go with the exact same type of music.
But I think that's the best thing in the world, especially. I will say that's what Twitter was good for a long time, introducing you to new music. There are a lot of rap artists, especially I became fans of through Twitter, because people from certain regions of the country will talk about an artist, and the Twitter thing to do is like, all right, let's find out how terrible your taste is, and then you discover, oh wow, this is really good.
Oh, Tom Brown, my coworker only listens to EDM, so now I
Okay.
have chosen to believe that music no longer exists.
See, that's not. You can't only. That's my thing. To Chris's point, you're exactly right. You can't just listen to only one genre. Like, I don't know people who listen to only one genre. Honestly, who listen to only one genre. Like, I think people who don't listen to rap like rap. There's just certain types of rap you don't like. But I think, for the most part, I think there's something to like in every genre.
I'll even say, like, for EDM, if you're at some terrible club at 2 in.the morning, that's probably a good time to play some EDM.
Yeah. But there's like,
like
there's some
certain
country I
ones.
like. I like the High Women. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
They're good.
You
I like
they just-
Sturgill. I
they
like.
Put, they put Yola in one of their songs, so you like them now.
I like Chris
you don't
Stapleton.
know who Yola is, do you?
I do. I like. There's. I think every genre. There's. Like I said, you may not love all of country music, but I think there are elements of country
Well,
music that
I
you
don't-
do.
I
like.
don't
That's-
think- I don't
that's
think
not
their
even country.
sound
That's
is-
just good.
That's just
that's
good,
like
yeah.
that's more blues and rock
Yeah, it's just a good
influence.
point.
Their
with-
sound is
with
not-
unbelievable vocals.
True.
It's not what faux country, as we like to refer to it as.
Right.
What that is, which is very popular. Like it if you want to.
Correct.
I'm not gonna
Please
crap
don't.
on the music.
Please
because,
don't tell me it's the same thing though.
But it's
Right.
not.
That's a good point.
It's not Merle Haggard.
Right.
It's not Towns Van Zandt.
Right.
It's not even Willie Nelson.
Right.
So it's not that, and that's fine. It's just not my thing. It's not my jam.
I bet you I can find a rap artist. Chris likes rap. Gardner, I don't think you don't like rap, but I think I can find you, even Dr. Ed. I can find a rapper or rap subgenre that you guys would enjoy.
Uh-huh.
Because, like I said, I don't know. Music is music at the end of the day. When it's good, and you don't care who's rapping it or who's singing it. If it's good damn music, you enjoy it.
I got another musical note here too.
With Fancy Foyer's asking if we've heard of a cool new band called the Rembrandts.
Hmm.
Because he gets
No.
his music from friends, just like Travis.
He gets his music from Netflix. Just binge watching.
Just heard this. She Talks to Angels by Black Crows. Made me cry. Went back to the early aughts there. Another musical note. I don't know if I call him friend of the show, but he's at least within a degree as a friend of the show.
Uh-huh.
Michael McDonald. You heard of
Yes,
him?
he is. He's
I've,
a.
I've directly interviewed
I've
him and been in
interviewed
the same
him.
room with him.
I've interviewed him. He's at UMSL. I took a selfie with him. It was a great moment. That
You're-
was the one
you're-
where I
You're
wasn't.
remembering it wrong.
I remember I wasn't invited for that.
I
sure
think
you
you were on the
were.
guest list.
Yeah, sure you were.
I think I was. I just didn't read my email.
No, you
Definitely
were.
a lie.
You probably knew even.
Yep.
You
What
were
time
there,
is it?
Probably said looking forward to coming.
Hey, I'm parking.
But you got high and ate Doritos.
Yep.
But that's okay. That's just
Hey,
it's a
man.
Sunday sometimes.
We've all been there.
But Michael McDonald
Love
and the
it.
Doobie Brothers are reuniting for a 50th anniversary tour.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Probably going to this.
August 14th, they'll be in St. Louis.
Where?
Our second hour guest, Dr. Ed, I wonder if he's got opinions on this. We'll have to ask him about that.
I am.
Do you want me
I'm
to
going
text
this.
Michael and see what's going on?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that concert so much when Michael McDonald came back to St. Louis just a little bit more than a month ago. And I am absolutely checking this out. This is going to be, and I think this is also an opportunity for me to finally.
It's at
finally,
Riverport.
At Riverport? Oh, that gives me an opportunity to secure my sugar mama. Like I think this is my to be a kept man. I think that will be the window for me to show up and become a kept man because they're gonna see like, oh, who is that? Svelte? Because I'm assuming by next year I will be.
There's
very
always
svelte.
next year.
It's August. I got some time.
Diet
right?
starts Monday.
But by that time, I think they're gonna see me out in that crowd. Like, look at him, he's grooving. I'll take care of that young man.
What's your groove and dance?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a cool one? Is that it? Huh. Do you do any footwork or just kind of in place? Oh, why are you doing that? Why are you biting
What's
your lip
proper
like that?
behavior if you've got an artist in studio and they're doing like a performance and it's just I like watching Travis and we have like a solo acoustic act in here because Travis actually does all right with it. I'm like stuck between staring at my shoes because I don't want to make them feel awkward with their audience of two or like awkwardly kind of bobbing my head. It's like when we have an artist in here and they play a song for us.
You got to bite the bottom lip.
what
like
are
I
we-
just
what are we
did.
supposed to do?
You got to bite the bottom lip and look
Let's-
at their instrument.
Okay. Look at their okay, yeah. If it's a guitar, you look at the hole.
Yeah, you look at the hole of the guitar. You just
Go ahead. Just like that. You go with the hand movement too?
No, no, sometimes I break the scarf out.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's
That's
not
what you got to do.
All right, good job.
Thank you.
They'll be in town August 14th at
Nice.
Riverport.
Good for them. That's
Maybe T-Pain will show up.
Oh, maybe we can go ahead and get that started.
We've been trying to get that going since
50
the
years?
canceled Lou Fest.
50 years for Doobie Brothers?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a
It's
long
something
time.
like 20 years, 25 years since they've been together or something. All of them.
That's some
together?
legend shit, man. Like 50 years of music?
Yeah.
Man, that's you're the look.
You've done something.
One of the coolest things I think about the tribute to Michael, we of course saw those videos and just the circle he runs in doesn't the circle he run in make a ton of sense? Like it was Jeff Bridges and Pat Riley. Like that makes sense. Like, oh yeah, definitely Michael McDonald hangs out with them. Of course. Like no duh. Like I'm just trying to imagine seeing those three out and going, well, of course they're friends. They have to be friends. Those are three of the coolest white human beings in the history of whiteness.
I'm actually assuming now that Michael McDonald is friends with Dwayne Wade
I wouldn't undoubt it.
after seeing Riley and Pat Riley and Dwayne Wade on that boat dancing together.
Yeah, no doubt. And you know what we need also? We need a biopic on Pat Riley. Everyone, all these musicians, all these famous people of the past, Pat Riley, that guy deserves 90 minutes. That man has been a part of a lot. He, of course, he played against the very first all-black team in the NCAA tournament. Am I correct? Yeah, okay. And then the guy, of course, brought glory back to the Lakers.
You're talking about Texas Western?
That's what I'm thinking?
Okay. They should have lost to Kansas, by the way. And
Of course.
Tournament.
he would
Yeah,
say that.
sure. I
it
should
was
have
actually a
known.
bad
Should've
call
known, my
against
bad.
JoJo
Should've-
White. He was
should've
not
seen
out
all
of
that.
bounds.
Should've seen
So
that.
it actually should have been Kansas winning the whole deal that year, probably.
But so then, of course, he made the Knicks into the Knicks, made the Knicks relevant, if we're being completely honest. And then, of course, what he's done down in Miami. Like, just a brilliant career for a man that he isn't conventional by any stretch of the matter. You tell Pat Riley he's probably been chiefing for quite some time.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Speaking of weirdos, we're going to take a break, everybody. Gardner needs his menthol. I need to take a lap.
Call Gardner a weirdo?
Gardner. I mean,
I say eccentric.
pick up your crystal there, buddy.
That's eccentric.
I'm a creep.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
there it is.
I'm a weirdo.
We're going to take a quick break. We've got Dr. Ed from Hillside Animal Hospital
hell
doing
am I
Dogs
doing
on Film on the other side. Big thanks to Tech Electronics for the wonderful equipment in the studio we're working with here. Quick break. Be right back. Welcome back to the show. It's We Are Live from Midcoast Studio. Check out the YouTube channel, Midcoast Media, online if you want it crystal clear. And you can watch us on your smart TVs. You can see people like Dr. Ed Minyeko from Hillside Animal Hospital. Hit it, Carter.
Dr. Ed. Dr. Ed. The good doctor is in.
I have to do a shout out. I saw Michael Gaines on Saturday
Oh yeah,
The
where'd
man
you see
himself.
old Mikey Gainsey?
at church. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, hell must have froze over or something.
I was going to say, I think he's getting married soon, so he's probably getting right with the Lord before he enters into the Holy Union.
That must have been who he was sitting with.
Yeah.
Him,
Okay.
him and his mom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm about to say, was there like, are they giving away free sub sandwiches? Why was Gaines honestly there?
That's just rude.
I'm just gonna reach out to him. Like, hey man, you in church on a Saturday? What up with that?
Yeah, Joya's there.
I like the Saturday Mass
That's what they
move
make the host out of.
Oh, well, that's how you get me back.
with the hot salami between two hosts.
Can I get two?
Yeah,
I really need it. Look at me.
Can I get the body of Christ for this hot salami? That is a tight move by a savvy Catholic, hitting the Saturday Mass for your Sunday obligation, and then you can sleep in on Sunday.
Well, that was all started with all the restaurant business.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know
Get
that.
oh, yeah, seriously. That's the story. Get those people to go to church at 4 or 5 o'clock on Saturday and then go out to dinner on the hill.
Come out to dinner. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Travis, technically in the Catholic religion, if you don't attend Mass every week, that's a sin. So you can still get your Sunday obligation checked off
By
if
going
you-
in on
a Saturday. That's why
smart.
we're like, it's cool.
And so you going like Saturday morning? I
Saturday
imagine?
night.
No, Saturday,
Saturday
evening.
night?
Yeah,
Saturday
that's-
evening. Yeah.
Oh, how long is that service?
57 minutes, depending on if
Oh.
they're windy.
No, are you kidding? Father Barmarito?
49.
Oh, no.
He goes long.
No, he's very quick.
Oh, like we're
Yeah.
40 minutes?
Oh, 30 minutes. I'm
Oh,
30,
yeah,
35
yeah,
minutes.
Are you kidding me?
That's
No, it-
possible.
I've never been to one less than 50 minutes.
Oh, yeah, no.
Maybe a 47.
No, Saturday afternoon masses, that's why people go to those.
It's the Express.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, see, ain't nothing expressed about my church.
All right.
Ain't nothing expressed about
Yeah.
my church. We got, man.
The preacher's still stretching 30 minutes in.
Look,
it.
right, right. He just shoot. He
So I was there a few weeks ago, and this gentleman behind me, and I recognize him, but I don't know his name. Not that it's important, but he was talking to his wife very loudly before church started, and talking about how they had this visiting priest a couple weeks ago, and this guy was so long-winded. His sermon went on and on and on and on, and he just was loudly complaining. And then, sure enough,
no.
that same
boy.
priest walked in.
of course.
Visiting again, and I thought the guy was going to get up and leave.
He looks at his wife. He's like, "We are leaving right after communion. Right after."
No, man. Yeah. Jeez, I wish.
Grandma Gardner goes Wednesdays and Sundays.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You mentioned leaving after communion. You know what happened to me one time?
Oh no.
No, yeah, it was kind of bad. We left after communion because I swear it was for a good reason, like my daughter had a game or something, and we had to get there. It was something legitimate. And then right after communion, Father does the announcements. And he mentioned my name, and he had seen me, and he mentioned my name, and he was going to announce that I had just won Veterinarian of the Year, and I wasn't there anymore.
Oh no.
Like, oh, is he? Oh,
yeah.
he dipped
Oh, I
out.
see.
Yeah. Mark that against you.
See, that's not fair. Nothing really happens after communion.
That's when that's the best part because it's relaxed. They
That's
do regular
shutting it
announcements.
down. That's when you're in your mind like,
Yeah.
okay, do I got to go to the grocery store now?
Right.
That's when you start
They
thinking
doing
ahead.
pancakes in the rectory or what's going on? Yeah.
I gotta take one of y'all to a black church.
I don't have that kind of time, man.
Man, I'm tired, man. Yeah, because when I heard things like 45, 50 minutes, like y'all have no idea. Like I would have
I'll go.
life.
That's
would-
it. I'll go,
okay.
Travis.
I may regularly go to church again knowing about this express mass. I mean, that's an obligation.
Why would
I
you
can
Like
go,
I
get
mean,
Chris?
if you
'Cause
really
if
want to
you're-
get younger generations to get into church, you got to get them with the express service. If Pentecostals did that, then okay, they may be
give
in
away
business.
a free fanny pack for every check-in at church.
That'd be
on
nice.
Priest
social
is gonna have
media.
to start tweeting out the homily.
Yep, yep.
You're gonna have to find ways to communicate.
Gotta
I am
engage.
uncomfortable still with the New Age church. It's not Catholic, but when they have the drums and guitars and all that, I just
Get out of here.
I'm not comfortable
I
with
don't
that.
need it.
I'm not
If
comfortable.
I want a rock show, I can go to Off-Broadway. I
Yeah.
don't need this from you.
But Travis, I will go with you to a service.
Oh boy.
Now,
What-
which place will I go? I want to look ahead.
Real quick, you can tell him where he wants to go, but I need to know plum or dark cherry
Oh,
for your suit.
Does this mean I get to wear pastels?
Oh no.
White brim hat.
No,
Yes.
Do I get to wear a hat?
Braids,
No.
braid. I know someone who could braid your hair.
Oh no.
What's the store I should go to find my suit?
Who's going to line up your beard?
Yeah.
And how many rings are you going to
You
wear?
can't
Wanna
go.
really
You
turn
can't
that-
go as you are. I know they say come as you are. No.
You want to turn that church on its ear, bring Sean with you.
Oh God.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Sean would probably be a hit.
Sean would be a hit, but I just feel like Sean's whisper doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
Right.
So he would probably have
Yeah.
honest questions,
Sean
but I
has
just
told
feel like
me-
everyone in the church will hear it. Is that one of the mothers? What are they doing up front? And you're just like, Sean, you gotta whisper this,
Right.
man. I can't.
Sean
Like a big drunk kid.
Sean has told me that his mom would make it a concerted effort at least once a year to take him and his brothers to a black church for a service.
I think it's
And
just an experience. Because it does feel like two worlds. Like I didn't know services can be less than an hour. I didn't know that was a thing until like I got to college, and I went to other services, and I realized, oh, that's it. Oh, well, we can still actually catch all the football games this Sunday. That's crazy.
how long, on average, is a service of yours?
Like so you just service. We're not talking Sunday school.
No.
Like if you go to church, what's your commitment looking like?
You're looking at at least 2 hours, possibly 2.5.
Is there a smoke break?
There are no breaks. There are no intermissions. But you're talking, like I said, I would say if we
Start
showed up
on
to
time?
church, generally, most of the time it does start on
This will
time.
blow your mind. During Lent,
Mm-hmm.
I made a commitment, and which a lot of people do, to go to church every day. There's a 6:30 mass.
Right.
Every day?
Yeah, every day. I did it for 40 days. It's not a big deal. It's not bad as it sounds. but
Right.
Seriously, the 6:30 mass for Lent, 17 to 20 minutes.
Never.
Yeah, like a 1 or 2 minute homily. That's
I'm
it.
trying to like,
Just play the hits. It's pretty.
and then yeah,
It was. I went to my
That's
lawyer.
fantastic.
I was the best man at his wedding. It was down in Florida, but it was a Mormon service, and it was fantastic. The wedding service was done in 25 minutes. The longest part was they had a Catholic priest in there who literally is from Ireland. He was the longest part of the whole thing when he delivered his comments or whatever. But I was like, wait, you guys only and I had to learn more about what their services are like.
Right.
There's some extended things there,
Right.
but for the wedding itself, it was bing bang boom boom. We're out. I was like, this is amazing.
I'm just and as a kid, of course, 2 hours feels like 15. But we would spend our Sundays. We would spend almost all day at church. We laughed about it with some family a couple of weeks ago. We had them all over because once you get older, you can finally tell the adults how you truly felt about certain things growing up. And so we had some of the younger cousins over, and we finally kind of vented. And the elders were laughing because they were like, "Yeah, we did keep you there. We had our reasons. We it was St. Louis in the early 90s, late 80s. You didn't want the kids just always out here in the streets." And so you kind of got a better understanding as to why they kept us there. But at the same time, they were like, "Yeah, sorry, guys. That's just the way it worked. We didn't want to leave you at home by yourself. And you get into fisticuffs, and it worked out because you're not in jail. So we were correct."
I would have never bet this morning waking up that we would be on this talking about religion.
That's what you get here on We Are Live, and that's the sponsored segment that Hillside Animal Hospital brings you each and every week. No matter your religion, be sure to bring your pets to Hillside Animal
Secret money
Hospital.
coming from the Vatican.
Yeah.
Right.
We are sponsored by St. Louis
Oh, I'll
Council
take their money as long as they open up the archives and let me see what's
Oh,
inside.
boy.
Okay.
Good for
All
them.
right,
Right in
Gardner.
there.
Yep, you did. That's your fault. not mine.
When Dr. Ed comes in, we do play a wonderful game. Gardner, what do you have for us this week?
I want to talk about something real quick before we get into that game, if that's okay, because we had mentioned it yesterday. South Dakota has a new anti-drug slogan. They're dealing with a
You'll
meth
like this,
issue.
Dr. Ed.
So this is their slogan: meth. We're on it.
Did you see them get all sensitive yesterday in the media?
Yeah. It's,
They're like, "Well, it's a real serious issue. We know it's serious.
Yes.
You're the idiots who wrote it.
Meth, we're on it. Also, playing off that, meth, I'm on it. So I guess they're going for that dual meaning. But I decided to kind of personalize it for where I'm from and kind of follow their lead.
Okay.
And they inspired me.
Okay, what'd you come up with?
I have meth. We make it. That is legit here
That's very
in
honest.
Missouri. And also something more St. Louis-y, chlamydia. We got it because we are number one in chlamydia in the nation.
There we go.
So I put those two out there on the Twitter sphere yesterday.
Chlamydia, it burns.
Yeah, we're on. We're top. Like meth labs and chocolate labs. We're like all about those.
How long you been sitting on that one?
Yeah, I thought of one. I thought of a slogan for Gardner.
What's that?
Scooters. We're off of it.
We crashed it.
Scooters.
It wasn't my fault.
I'm broken.
Tomorrow might be
Hello,
the
I'm
day.
down here.
Tomorrow might be the day. Maybe the return of Gardner on the Scooty Scoots.
The
It's gonna be
weather's
like
looking
61
pretty
degrees,
good,
man.
yeah.
Almost 60. Okay, I mean,
Help! I've fallen off my scooter and I can't get up.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was hurt. My knees twisted.
oh,
Like an
Scoot
old-
Bakula back on the streets.
Like an old turtle that had been flipped over.
It might have been. I was laying there.
Are you saying they kept trying to roll him back into the water?
That's probably how I crawled to the curb, actually.
No, I'm just envisioning Gardner on his back,
That's how I was.
just walking
Because
wild.
then I started throwing my arms up when I was yelling at the guy who drove away.
Trying to stretch his neck for leverage.
Like those armadillos you see on the side of the road, on their back, with all four legs sitting up.
I did have a shell, too. I had my backpack on. Probably looked pretty close to that. Only if we could have secured that video. All right, Travis. Why don't you do the introduction?
Hey guys, you know what time it is. It's time for Dogs on Film.
Travis took the biggest drink of water I've ever
did.
seen while that was going
did.
on.
And I felt it was like, I was like, man, I'm drinking a lot of water right now.
Oh, God. Scared me. All right, Dogs on Film. Or
On Film.
on film is another way of putting it, because we've run out of some of the dog movies. We happen upon one every once in a while.
About
Maybe
8
today.
months ago we ran out.
Yeah, it's been a while now. But I have 6 movies for you.
Okay.
We have 3 pairs of movies. I will pit one against another. You have to guess which one has a better score according to Rotten Tomatoes. You can max out at 3 total points. If we have a tie after those 3 sets, we have a 7th movie as a tiebreaker where you have to guess closest to the actual score. Okay? Now, I have themes. I won't give you the themes this week. Is that correct? Is that what we want, Dr. Ed?
That was just an idea. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I won't tell you what the themes are, but we won't give any bonus points this week. We might change the scoring some if we continue with this.
Okay.
But we'll at least just
Oh, I like this.
play it as is.
Okay.
So I won't tell you the themes, but you guys can try and guess them maybe if you'd like to do so as we go along. But there are themes with each pairing. I will give you at least that much. So themes with each pairing. Now, throughout, I might want to tell a single person or a group if they've got it right or wrong. If you've gotten it right,
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
and if you've gotten it wrong,
Just to recap, who won last week?
We all did because we got to play together.
Thank you. Family game.
did you win, Dr. Ed?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
damn it.
When the person asked the question,
Generally means they won.
you kind of, yeah.
Okay.
There you go. There's your answer. But I like Travis's answer nonetheless. Now, also, I have a friend. This friend's name is Sean, and he gets together with me once a week, and we record short descriptions of these movies that we're using. In case you haven't seen them, maybe you get a little help from some of the details Sean provides you with the plot, the characters, the actors involved. And also we chit-chat a little bit about Sean's life in general. So we have those descriptions for you as well, okay?
Okay.
Are we ready to play?
I'm ready, Gardner.
Let's play Dogs on Film.
Dogs on Film. Uh-oh.
Here's your first movie.
How you feeling?
A little beat up. The entomology convention packed the place. I think I pinched a nerve.
Where?
Right here, along my rib cage.
taking pills for that?
No, not yet. When I get home, I do.
What kind?
I got the good one. First up, Purple Rain, 1984. Drama, romance, 1 hour, 51 minutes. A victim of his own anger, the kid, Prince, is a Minneapolis musician on the rise with his band, The Revolution, escaping a tumultuous home life through music.
Tumultuous
Home life through music, while trying to avoid making the same mistakes as his truculent father, Clarence Williams III. The kid navigates the club scene and a rocky relationship with a captivating singer, Apollonia Cotero. But another musician, Morris Day, looks to steal the kid's spotlight and his girl.
Think you could beat Prince in basketball?
No.
You don't think so?
I think he's too fast.
He's dead.
Yeah, I could beat him now.
All right. There's your first one, Purple Rain.
Great line. Want to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Great line by Prince. Probably the best one in the movie.
Here's your second one.
And then we have The Rainmaker, 1997. Drama, crime, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Struggling new attorney, Rudy Baylor, Matt Damon, resorts to working for a shady lawyer, Mickey Rourke, where he meets paralegal Dick Shiflett, Danny DeVito. When the insurance company of Dot Black, Mary Kay Place, refuses her dying son coverage, Baylor and Shiflett team up to fight the corrupt corporation, taking on its callous lawyer, John Voight. Meanwhile, Baylor becomes involved with Kelly Riker, Claire Danes, an abused wife whose husband complicates matters when he confronts Baylor.
You got a what?
A headache. Just not enough sleep, I guess. Worries. Come on.
What are you worried about?
Nothing. My eyes won't focus.
All right.
Pray for Sean.
We have The Rainmaker versus Purple Rain.
Sounds like the theme.
Uh-huh.
Titles with rain in them.
Dr. Ed, do you agree?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely correct.
Okay, very good. And I am
Trivia. Can you name another movie with a character named Apollonia in it?
Black Beauty.
something to do about nothing.
Secretariat.
The Godfather Part 2. No, maybe it was Part 1. It's when Michael
Apollonia,
gets sent to Sicily.
Sicily. It was Part
He
1.
marries
His wife
Apollonia.
was named Apollonia.
Mm.
That's right. I am going with. I'm actually going with Purple Rain on this one.
Purple Rain for Travis.
I'm sticking with Purple Rain.
Yeah, I want to pick The Rainmaker. I just enjoyed the movie, but I don't think the critics, are thinking it's that great. So I'm going to go with Purple Rain.
All right, Purple Rain for everyone.
Sweep or nothing.
And everyone is wrong. Purple Rain, a 68.
Mm-hmm.
Rainmaker, The Rainmaker, an 83. An 83, according to
John
Rotten
Grisham book, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie, but still, on 83, that's pretty high.
Were
That is
people
pretty
not as
high.
obsessed with Prince as they are now at that time?
They were. And actually, I feel like it wasn't until the last 5 to 10 years people have come around to appreciate Purple Rain more for what it was.
Maybe if they would have reviewed it again right after his death, it probably would have gotten an 85.
Yeah, that's a good point. Typical Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's racist as hell.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh, there it
sorry.
is.
There we go.
Okay, here we go. No points for anyone after the first pairing. We move on to the second pairing. You ready?
Okay.
Here's your first movie.
And we have Crash, 2004, drama crime, 1 hour, 55 minutes. Writer-director Paul Haggis interweaves several connected stories about race, class, family, and gender in Los Angeles in the aftermath of 9/11. Characters include a district attorney, Brendan Fraser, and his casually prejudiced wife, Sandra Bullock, dating police detective Graham, Don Cheadle, and Rhea, Jennifer Esposito, a victimized Middle Eastern store owner, and a wealthy African-American couple, Terrence Howard and Thandie Newton, humiliated by a racist traffic cop, Matt Dillon.
All right. Crash is your first one. Here's your second.
Then we have Singles, 1992, romance comedy, 1 hour, 39 minutes. In Seattle, during the era of grunge music, the lives and relationships of a group of young people, all living in the same apartment building, go through a period of flux. Among them are waitress and aspiring architect Janet, Bridget Fonda, who finds herself obsessed with bad boy musician Cliff, Matt Dillon. Linda, Kira Sedgwick, an emotionally fragile environmentalist on a lookout for love. And Steve, Campbell Scott, a quintessential nice guy who studies traffic patterns.
Were you popular with the ladies during your single days?
I never had any single days. I was always attached. That's all I got to say about that. Next.
All right.
Matt
Yeah.
Dillon movies.
Correct. Matt Dillon movies. Singles versus Crash. Singles versus Crash. Who would like to go first? Dr. Ed.
I got to go with Crash. I really liked that. I think it was a well done movie and had some good made some good points.
I'm going with Singles because I think Crash was a darling and then fell out.
I am going Crash. It is what liberal elites turn to when they want to say, "Hey, see, we are woke."
Crash for Dr. Ed and Travis. Dr. Ed and Travis. Crash, a 74. According to Rotten Tomatoes, Singles, a 79. A 79, according to this very esteemed and well thought of website. Sit on that, folks.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine with the score for Crash.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that score.
All right. So, after 2 rounds, Chris has 1, Dr. Ed, Travis, 0.
Okay.
We head into our final pairing. Are you ready?
Okay.
Here's your first one.
Armed and Dangerous, 1986. Action, comedy, 1 hour, 28 minutes. A police officer has been wrongly dismissed from his job. Frank Dooley, John Candy, finds work as a security guard, along with Norman Kane, Eugene Levy, an inept lawyer. Unfortunately, the company that employs Frank and Norman is involved in some shady dealings, and it's up to the bumbling guards to foil the plans of corrupt leaders. Most notably, tough mobster Michael Carlino, Robert Loggia, who isn't happy to have his profitable scheme threatened.
So South Dakota has this new anti-drug slogan, meth, we're on it.
For days at a time.
What do you think of that slogan?
Yeah, it's classic.
Think it's going to work?
Genius.
All right, your first one, Armed and Dangerous. Your second.
Wild at Heart, 1990. Drama, crime, 2 hours, 5 minutes. After serving prison time for self-defense killing, Sailor Ripley, Nicolas Cage, reunites with his girlfriend Lula Fortune, Laura Dern. Lula's mother, Marietta, Diane Ladd, desperate to keep them apart, hires a hitman to kill Sailor. But he finds a whole new set of troubles when he and Bobby Peru, Willem Dafoe, an old buddy who's also out to get Sailor, try to rob a store. When Sailor lands in jail yet again, the young lovers appear further than ever from the shared life they covet.
All right, we have Wild at Heart, Armed and Dangerous.
I say the theme is body parts.
That is correct. Arm and heart.
Can we
So, body
confirm
part.
from a medical professional? Are those body
good.
parts?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, we confirmed it.
They are body parts?
They are.
Okay, we got it. We got it. Travis, you got it as well. Nice.
I am going. I'll let Chris go because he's leading.
Armed and Dangerous.
I got to go Wild at Heart.
I'm going Wild at Heart too.
Wild at Heart for Dr. Ed and Travis, who are looking to tie it at the last second. A buzzer beater. Have they done it? The answer.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
Nothing but net.
And we will see you tomorrow night.
No, in just a minute.
Oh,
here.
just literally in a second.
Yeah,
Okay,
just-
we can get this.
just
Okay,
a second
my
here.
bad.
Wild at Heart, a 65, according to Rotten Tomatoes, with the great Nicolas Cage in it.
Of course.
Armed and Dangerous, an 11, which is ridiculous.
Shit.
A very
Probably the worst
under,
discrepancy we've ever had.
Oh my.
Wow.
Oh.
an underrated John Candy film. I had that one on VHS as well. I had Who's Harry Crumb
Good movie.
and Armed and Dangerous, and of course Summer Rental on VHS as a
Obviously.
child. So John Candy, man, he just made good movies.
I don't know.
great
According to that score. So
Yeah, they're wrong.
Okay.
See,
Oh,
I'm
oh,
playing
good.
the part of Dr.
Okay,
Ed.
interesting.
He's allowed to say that
Oh,
wrong,
wow.
yeah.
Interesting.
They are wrong. First time ever I've seen it.
All right, so what do we have for this tiebreaker? A real tiebreaker this time.
Real quick,
Woo!
since I did bring up Nicolas Cage's name. Happy 15th birthday yesterday to the movie National Treasure.
15 years already.
Can we just do one show without it getting brought up? Just
That's probably not possible. But I wanted to mention that since I saw that. But happy
Okay.
15th birthday, National Treasure. Hopefully we'll see a third one soon.
All
All right.
Before the tiebreaker, we were just discussing comedians. This has nothing to do with anything other than George Wallace is still very funny on Twitter.
Yes,
Just wanna-
he is.
I
I
just wanna
told
put
you
that
that.
up.
I said that during the break.
A tweet from yesterday. I'll straight up buy stocks at a flea market and buy fleas at the stock market. I really don't give a shit anymore. Thanks, George.
All right. Tiebreaker. No theme with this one. This one was just kind of random.
Okay.
So So here you go with the tiebreaker. You have to guess closest to the actual score.
And now for the tiebreaker. Uncommon Valor, 1983. Thriller, drama, 1 hour, 45 minutes. Colonel Carl Rhodes, Gene Hackman, a retired Marine officer, holds out hope that his son, believed to be a prisoner of war in Laos, is still alive. Despite the government's refusal to help Rhodes, he assembles a group to find and rescue his son, including skilled soldiers such as Wilkes, Fred Ward, and sailor Randy Tex Cobb. Funded by McGregor, Robert Stack, a wealthy executive also looking for his son, Rhodes leads his men on a dangerous mission into the jungle of Laos. Remember Robert Stack on when he was the Black something Squadron Fighters? No, that was no, that wasn't Robert Stack. It was the other guy.
He was on the host of Unsolved Mysteries. He was also in Caddyshack 2.
I got a terrible headache. I gotta take some aspirin. So I'm gonna get beat up tonight. Yes, sir. No, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, take some aspirin. Bye bye.
All right.
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
You guys ever see Tex Cobb when he was a professional boxer get the dog S knocked out of him by Ken Norton Sr.? Do you know who Randall Tex Cobb is?
I don't think I do.
Yeah.
Raising Arizona. He's the main villain.
He was
Okay.
in
He's in a million things.
Yeah, he was in one of the Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
And he's a bad.
Oh, yeah, I know who he is now. Now
Looks
that you
like a
mention- I
professional
know he was
wrestler
Oh,
from
he
the
was a
80s.
boxer?
Professional boxer.
didn't realize
fought
that.
Ken Norton for a title.
I didn't know
Oh,
that. I didn't
yeah,
If you
know
want to,
that.
if you want to say fought Ken Norton, I mean, one of the worst beatings you've ever seen. in
Oh,
your
wow,
life.
I didn't realize
it was,
that.
And it just shows you how great Ken Norton was. But it's terrifying thinking about the beating he took. But yeah.
What's the movie again?
Uncommon Valor. Uncommon Valor.
Do we remember this?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's a really good premise. Sounds like something I would enjoy.
I'm firing in the dark here. 71%.
I'm going 65.
Nah, I'm going low. I mean, it's pretty out there.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 45.
Travis, what did you get?
65.
You're going 45, Dr. Ed?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Have we decided if it's without going over?
No, we don't. We're just closest.
Who's ever closest?
The score is a 56.
Wow.
That means it's 11-point differential for Dr. Ed and a 9-point differential for Travis.
So now this is where the sponsor gets to decide how we how we view the rules.
So, Dr. Ed, congratulations on your win.
This is,
No,
you know what? Price
no.
is Right does govern
It's a
this
hollow
studio.
victory. No, I have to give it to Travis.
This is where you pause and go, but a victory nonetheless.
But a win. But a win nonetheless. What was the score?
It was a 56.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll have to check that movie out.
Big thanks to Hillside Animal Hospital for sponsoring that segment. You can go see Dr. Ed and the gang, and you can visit the website, hillsideanimalhospital.net, and then also support Gateway Pet Guardians, who Dr. Ed does a ton of work for. Any updates with the new facilities? I saw there's been a ton of work going on.
Yeah, we are actually going over there after this.
You spend a lot of time over there. It's really great.
Yeah, we got our budget set for next year. It
Right.
looks really, really good.
Right.
We hope to be open to the public, the adoption floor, by January, and then the clinic we hope to be up and running by March. So it's got pushed back a little bit, but still.
So will there be people like yourself? Will you have veterinarians on staff there volunteering? Are they part of the program? Like, how does that work? I mean,
You're
you have to
looking
get
at
into
the
business.
entire volunteer staff.
You're going to be vetting over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I'm gonna
when
be,
you're not.
It's not, and they're actually going
to.
to be. They're going to be actually. We're hoping that the clinic will pay for itself. It'll be at a low cost.
Yeah.
But it will not be free.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it'll be a little bit of a change, but there's models out there all across the country
That work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we want it to be a low cost. People have to be responsible.
I pay attention to Gateway Online, and it's more than just like, hey, they find dogs and then you adopt them. Like, there's people that are like elderly that have no options and call them up, and they're like, my dog's super sick, and I don't have $2,000.
Right.
What do I like? They're trying to say that I'm just gonna have to put it down or something. They help them out.
I can't tell you seriously how rewarding it is.
Right.
When
These are good people.
The people love their pets.
And we're not
just like-
talking about like a puppy they just got. This is like it'll be like a 9-year-old pet that
Oh,
somebody's
yeah.
been taking great care of. That
They
run
love their
into.
pets just as much as people from West County do. They just may not
Absolutely.
have the means to do it,
Mhm.
and that's where Gateway steps in and helps out. And it's just so rewarding. I mean, to be able to help them and let them keep their pets and that human-animal bond, and they're just so grateful for the simplest little things that you do. I'm just doing my job, which I
Right.
love to do, and these people think like we walk on water, and they're just so grateful.
Nice.
So it's just I can't say enough.
Nice.
Yeah, but I'm going to be. I'm actually in the budget. You know that I will be able to be paid a little bit, which
That's
is fine.
awesome.
Yeah. So
Keep you busy over there.
yeah,
That's awesome.
you know, in between gigs in Hawaii. I mean, you know.
What a life.
What a
Send
life.
Travis over there for a checkup once in a while.
I was like, hey, my kneecap hurt.
No, that's him. You can't take that line.
Yeah, that's true. Anything Cardinals related or Blues related we need to hit with the good doctor in? I was curious. Has anybody paid attention to Cardinals off season so far?
No, there's nothing going on.
Have they lost anybody yet?
Well, apparently they made an offer to Ozuna. Is that right? Did
Not
I hear that, or-
qualifying offer.
He rejected it.
He rejected it.
Yeah, so he'll be officially a free agent. And yeah, I know
think he'll get it?
Molina said recently that he could possibly play another few more years.
He's saying
whether that's
2
in
more years.
whether that's in a Cardinal uniform. I guess we'll have to wait and see. It'll be very, very weird, even at the tail end of his career, if Yadi Molina is in another uniform.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I mean,
look,
if he keeps it, if he plays the exact same, I mean, do the Cardinals say, okay, here's the Wainwright deal, and you get a small contract that's performance driven? And
I think Yadi. We saw his body kind of break down a little bit.
I think
parts throughout the
it's a
season
solid
last
year
year.
last year, though.
But he missed some time. He missed some significant time last season, and I don't know if Yadi is. And I'm glad. Look, mentally, I'm sure he's absolutely game for going a few more years. But 162 again for that guy. Is he the longest tenured catcher like in the history of the game as far as games caught behind the plate, or one of the top?
Yeah, he's close, but I don't think he's at the top.
Maybe not all time, but maybe I feel like he entered into the top 10, top 5 conversation this year with innings caught.
I don't know.
Oh, I just know he's caught a ton of innings for the Cardinals for a long time, and I just don't know how long that he can continue to be of value, I guess, for the Cardinals going forward.
I think
Maybe time to at least certainly you got to have somebody. I don't know who's the guy in the pipeline right now for them to replace
Knizer.
Yadi Molina.
is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Knitzer? Knizer?
Kisner.
Is it Kisner?
Kisner.
I'd
Nobody
like to
better
see. I'd
than
like to see Yadi maybe one more year, like almost full time, and then if he wants to hang around, he becomes the backup, and he's like such a value on the bench.
Yeah.
He'd be a bench coach, and he could be such a help, and it would prepare him for maybe next step in his career,
Right.
which everybody thinks he would be a great manager.
Yeah, I mean, you can't deny his impact. There's no doubt about it. It was especially this past season, when he's in that clubhouse. Yadi's the man. I just, everybody can't be LeBron, baby. Sometimes.
He's older than LeBron,
Is he? Well, how old is Yadi? 37?
at least.
He might be 38 now.
Maybe he's
Yeah,
38.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
look it up
All right. Thanks,
since
God.
you don't have the internet in front of you.
I don't have the internet in front of me. I literally do not.
He's 37.
Okay, just checking. I was right. LeBron's 35. I forgot LeBron and I are the same age.
Same skill level, too.
Same athlete, same
Yeah,
athleticism. Hold
basically.
on.
Often mistaken for LeBron.
Yeah.
Very often mistake.
Gets worked over at the Jewish Community Center playing hoops like
Yeah,
you.
just like you.
all the time.
Before we get out
How'd
of
you do,
here,
Travis? I had a lot of rebounds.
I shot the ball.
I do want to thank our friends at Gateway Powder Coating for sponsoring the show. They've been with us for several years now. Really appreciate their support. And looking forward again to comedy this week at Sophie's at 6 o'clock and at Gastropit on the Hill at 8:30. So 2 shows for free every Thursday. So if you're getting off work, want to have some fun, come hang out with us. Be a good time.
I saw a good movie over the weekend.
What'd you
check
see?
it out.
Ford versus Ferrari.
Oh, how was that?
That was really good. I like movies like that where the true stories and you get to hear the the backstory behind
Right.
it.
I believe it's on Netflix now. There's a really good documentary on that story that's from a couple of years ago that Netflix just picked up because Ford versus Ferrari got released as a big movie. So yeah,
I had
it's
no
interesting
idea.
content.
Lee Iacocca was a
Huge.
big figure in that movie.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've heard great. And then, of course, the director of Ford versus Ferrari is same guy who gave us Logan. So he's firing off some hits. That's I heard good things about him. I have to check that out here.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I enjoyed it.
Okay, it's getting a lot of Oscar talk.
Give it up, everybody. Chris Stenman, Travis Terrell, Chris Gardner, Dr. Edmund Yako from Hillside Animal Hospital. We'll be back tomorrow live at 8 a.m. What do you say, guys? See you then.
Pace.